Hey y'all, my name is Cassie and I am the creator of Pieces of Scrap, and in today's video we're going to be doing a mock setup. I've been really meaning to do another mock setup before my slew of markets in October come. We are currently 1 week out from my first market. It is currently the last week of September and my first market is the first Saturday in October, and so it's coming up very quickly. I have a lot of things I need to get finished, and one of those is being my mock setup. Like I just said, I want to make sure that I have everything that I need and that it looks good, and I have a game plan going into each market to determine what it's supposed to look like every time so that it saves me some time during setup. If you haven't done a market before and you're thinking about doing one in the future, I would definitely recommend you do a mock setup. That way you know what you plan to have your booth look like, what displays you'll have, and that way also when you're packing up to go to your market, you have like a list of everything that you are definitely going to need, and you don't have to make those decisions at the market like hours before it's supposed to start. So yeah, we are going to go ahead and jump right into my mock setup. Hey friends, I just got done bringing everything down to my kitchen. So right there is all my inventory. On my dining table right now I have all my displays and setup things. And really what I'm trying to do today is determine what display things I'm not going to be using so that I can condense. As you can see, I'm out of breath. There's a lot of inventory that I have stocked up on. All the stuff that's coming out of those 2 cardboard boxes are not priced yet. So I still have to price those, but I wanted to bring those out specifically because I have loveys in there that haven't been priced, and I want to figure out how I want to display those. Most people like hang them on walls and stuff. So I'm going to figure out how I want to display them in this video, as well as just like figuring out what of this stuff I'm not going to bring. I'm thinking I'm not going to bring these wire baskets, and they will just take up residence in my kitchen from now on. I don't really like how they are. People don't tend to want to like dig in those. It's harder to see the plushies that are in there because of the wood part of the top. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do now that I have this collapsible shelf that I showed you in one of my last vlogs is that I think I'm going to make this the new shelf on the table, and I will just have to assemble it every time, and that should save me some room. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take you outside. I'll set you up and I will start setting up my tent and stuff like that. I got a new tent from Academy and I'll show you kind of how that works. It's much nicer than my old tent. It kind of has like, maybe you can see on the side here, it has like, instead of those push pins, that was the thing that broke in my last tent. It has like buttons like that you press. It's like kind of like a light switch type thing where you hold it and then it'll like release tension on the legs and you can adjust them. So yeah, I'm excited to try that. I got my tent walls here to make sure they fit with that tent, because I think the plan for our events in the fall is to put up the tent walls no matter what. And that should give us some shade and also prevent from theft. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get outside, start setting up and see how we're looking. All right, so this is what I have so far. Normally I push these
tables to like the corners so that they overlap a little. So this one would be like meeting the end of this table. But I think having it this way will allow us to put our cooler right there or inventory right there, and it also creates a little table space for us to get the cash box ready, take payment, that sort of thing. So I've got the tables set up in an L like I usually do. Normally I set up a shelf at the end of this one, but what I ended up doing is putting the shelf on this side. That way the tent wall doesn't billow in as much, so it's creating some stability there. It'll catch some visual interest on this side. So now I also put my chairs back here so that I would get an idea of how much room my husband and I have to sit down and walk. So I put the camping chairs like right up against like where the tent would end, because some of these markets are really strict and you're not supposed to extend past your 10 by 10 space. I think our first market is actually like that. So I've got them up against the back wall of the tent. I put the carpet down on our side because that just gives us a little bit more wiggle room to keep our merchandise that's on the ground a little bit nicer and keep the ants out, that sort of thing. So now I'm going to start taking out the displays and setting them up on the tables, setting them up on the shelves, figuring out where I want them to be. Alright, so I made a single level shelf of cubes so I can put my plushies there. I'm thinking about maybe doing like a flat panel in the back. Like it would be up here and then across and then back down just for stabilization, and then the back panel so that I could hang like a purse on the wall there. So let's see what I can do. Alright, I didn't realize that when I was recording that the top bit here was cut out, so that's what I think I'm gonna do. I'm debating whether I put a panel here and a panel here. I have two more panels left, so I can do that if I want to. I don't know if it's necessary. So I'm just gonna see how this does first. I'm gonna get the rest of my setup done. Excuse my tripod. I've got all these displays, and then I have these displays. I don't know if I'm gonna bring these. I'm still debating whether I want those. The cubicle, the cubes that I got from the Dollar Tree. We've got this one that Noah built for me. Got my keychain display / earring display. Got a basket. All the signs are there too. So I'm gonna figure out what the rest of this is gonna look like. I really don't want to bring those black wire baskets just because I don't think people like them. So I'm gonna go ahead and look at the rest of this and figure out what I want to do. So here's what we're looking at. All the business cards are not going to go there. I'm just going to do one there. I just don't know where the rest of them are going to go right now. So that's why they're all sitting there. This is still very subject to change. I think the main draw will be right here. I've got these clips that I'm going to use to hang stuff up here. I might do like a hat and then a bag, like different kinds of bags, stuff like that, so that people can see what are the options, and then store the rest of the bags and hats underneath, and then the rest of it should hopefully be plushies. So let's see what we're gonna do. Another cool thing about this shelf, which I think I showed you guys in the other video, is that you can clip stuff onto these lattice pieces. So I'm going to do that as well. But I was going to check really quick if this will work here. I mean, potentially, maybe, not really. I was hoping that I could get this to hang off the side. Maybe that's like the best that can be done, is something like that. I think otherwise I'm gonna have to hang it off the side like that, and maybe I could do like keychains there. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that piece yet. I'm just gonna leave it there for right now. We'll see what I'm gonna do with it. Maybe right here, because nothing's gonna be here, I don't think. I don't know. I'm debating whether I put up my cork board on the canvas stand right here and like having like some advertising on it saying like, "Hi, I'm Pieces of Scrap," and some information about crochet or something like that, like fun facts or discounts that are available in my booth, what plushie prices are, stuff like that. Maybe, we'll see. Ray, bring. Hey friends, so I've got my plushies outside now, except for the ones that aren't tagged because they're open to the elements and I don't want a bunch of bugs in them. So those are inside for right now, but the rest of the stuff I'm going to start setting up on the shelves and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, I wanted to give you guys a closer look. I've got granny square bags here. There's like a little display one. I probably won't put this many out so that you can get a better look at this. But I just put everything out. And then for the flower purses, they're like displayed like this. I think it's really cute. And then below them are all my hats. And then on this side, we've got the baby hats and toddler hats. And I've got hooks here if I want to hang something, but I'm not sure if I want to hang something yet. Maybe I'll hang another purse, like one of the granny square bags over here as well. And then below, I've got some plushies. I'm going to fill out the rest of the ones below with big plushies. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. All right, so here we go. Here's one table basically done. I think I'd put like some signs out front here. We've got all the big plushies out, bigger items that are over like $15 and more, $12 and more. So all of that is out on the table underneath the bags and the hats. So that looks really nice. Just to give you an idea of how much inventory that is not on the table that will just continually be restocked throughout the event. So we've got 3 bins. These all have big plushies in them, plus the ones that are in my house right now. Those are all big plushies that can't go outside and fit on the table all at once. So it's nice to have like lots of ability to restock. So there's lots of opportunity to put new things out here and have returning customers on the same day, which is really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start stocking this part and maybe my shelves. Maybe I'll do my shelves first. But I don't know, maybe I'll do this section first because it's little items and that'll give me a good idea of what else needs to go out on that shelf. Another thing I hadn't considered was my crochet kits will probably go on here. I will put the boxes out, and not all of them because I have like 23 of them, I think. Oh, it's like pushing my shelf over. Don't fall, please. Just pull it forward a little bit. Yeah, see, that's what I don't like about these tent walls is they just like blow in sometimes, but it shouldn't be an issue as long as like no customer is going to be standing in that corner, so it'll be okay. Anyway, what I was saying was that I'm going to put crochet kits on this shelf, as well as like the mystery boxes that I made. And I'm not going to put all of the crochet kits out because there's like 23, but I might display like each one. So there's 3, and there'll be like maybe 3 boxes out of each, plus the plushie that you make on top of it so that they have an idea of what they're making in that box. All right, so here we go. Got keychains up here, and they look so good. I love the variety that I have. And then I've got scrunchies here, business cards, flower pins, shelf below that. I don't know if it would be the shelf below it or below that. We'll see. But we've got the pumpkins, and I think instead of putting my business cards here, I'll have like a mix and match tag to get the discount like I did last year for if you want one of each size. And then the bottom will be mystery boxes and crochet kits. And then at this table, this is all the lower priced plushies. So we've got chickens and mushy boys. We've got the build your own turtles. Got little knickknacks like the $8 things. And this one has all of the a bunch of different kinds of plushies that I have in a bunch of different colors. And I was thinking that like all of the $8 things I would just put like scattered in the front row of this table. Or maybe I would like build another wire rack shelf for something. I'm not completely sure. But anyway, that's what that looks like. And then we've got this big section here that I already showed you guys. And I will scatter signs throughout where is needed. And I think I need like a sign for this table that says the price range that's on this table. And then this table, it just has all prices as marked. But I think I need another one that says what the price range is. I need one for the hats, I think. I hung a handmade bags sign up in the middle. I think that looks good. And then maybe I need another bags sign like here. Oh, I forgot that I have this here. I forgot about that. I don't even know if I'll use it, to be honest. Maybe I'll hang some extra keychains here, but that's also like kind of sketchy to me. I mean, like, I think I'll just take it off. I think what I will do is I will put that cork board like I was talking about to advertise. And then, yeah, so I'm not going to use this time, I think. I don't think I'm going to use those little tiny white racks. If I do, they will probably go over here. But I'm not sure if I'm going to use them, or they will go on the small table. And then, yeah, I'm so proud of this idea I came up with to display the bags. I think they'll get a lot more attention that way. And then the plushies look really, really good. And I'll just have to make sure I keep track of what's on the table and what needs to be restocked and stuff like that. And make sure it always looks really nice and pretty, because it's really easy for the table to become really messy with people browsing. So yeah, I think that's where I'll stop. I'm going to take some pictures for reference so that we know how we want to set up in the upcoming markets, and also so that I can take note of what signs I need to write for the different price points. And then I should be good to go. So that was pretty successful. I'm very happy with how it turned out. It's been a long couple of hours, but I've been taking breaks because my phone keeps overheating and stopping recording. So of course I have to go inside and wait for it to cool down before I can continue recording. So that's not going to be a problem at the events, because I won't record setup. I never do that. I don't want to waste my phone battery, especially since I take card payments on it. And then, yeah, I have a few things that I need to think about, like making sure that these tent walls are weighed down, and making signs, and like those little shelves that I don't know if I want to use or not.
Hey guys, so we are behind the scenes behind my last free pattern video, and I just wanted to come in here to talk about some of the things I've been working on. Specifically, I had like a large commission to one of my friends. Her dog passed away recently, and she wanted a plushie that was as close as possible to what he actually looked like. And so I finally finished that, and I'm really proud about how it turned out. I was worried throughout the entire process that I wasn't getting the desired effect and that he wasn't looking like he was supposed to look like, but I think I did him justice, and I really hope that my friend agrees and that she really likes him. I'm not gonna let her pay for the product. I think that she just deserves a gift, and so that is why I'm going to give her her plushie of her dog for free. So this is Dingo. I'm not really sure what kind of breed of dog he is, but yeah, here he is. This is, I used a pattern by Crochet Grove to make him. I used a combination of different parts in that pattern to make him look as similar as possible to Dingo, and I'll put some photos on screen of Dingo so that you can see my references. But I used the corgi face and corgi ears to make the head, and then the tail back here I used the golden retriever tail to make this tail. And then after I crocheted all the pieces, I went back over the body and I did some embroidery to make it look a little bit more like Dingo does. So for example, I forgot this patch of white up here, so I ended up embroidering that on. Some of the face details here, so like I embroidered over the transitions to make them look a little bit more like fur instead of just having that. Let's see, where's a natural transition on here? So right about here, it's more of a natural transition of what it looked like before. So yeah, anyway, I really hope she likes it. I did some eye embroidery to get his eye color correct, and the face is heavily embroidered to get all of his spots and stuff like that and make it look more like him. And I also embroidered on the legs to make those spots more like him, as well as like embroidery down here. I didn't get a lot, like there were a lot of photos, but I didn't get like every possible angle of him, and that's really hard to do anyway. So I hope that I did him justice, and this makes her very happy to have her dog around again, and it gives her a little bit more of an appreciation for her time with her dog before he passed away. So anyway, I'm really happy to have gotten this commission done, and I'm very excited to give it to her. Excited and nervous, because I'm always worried that she's not going to like it, or any commission that I give to somebody that they're not going to end up liking it. But anyway, I really, really am happy that this commission is finished, and I'm happy to have bought the Crochet Grove puppy pattern pack, so I'll have to get around to making other puppies in that pattern pack as well. Anyway, I've got a couple more things to show you, a couple more things actually meaning a couple this time. I've been working on more mini dinos like I was in the last vlog video, so I've been working on these whenever I'm doing something that requires more attention, so playing video games and having like cutscenes or breaks in between games, stuff like that. I've been working on making these and finishing off that Gumdrop Premier yarn skeins that I have. There's 4 skeins, and I've finally gotten around to balling up each color of the skein, so I know exactly how much of each color that I have, so that I can appropriately portion them out to decide whether or not it will be a main body color or a spine body color. So yeah, I'm excited to make a bunch more of these mini dinos and finish up market prep so that I can price all of my unpriced plushies. As you saw at the beginning of this video, I have a lot of unpriced plushies that are just laying around, and that's become a bad habit of just hoarding unpriced plushies and waiting until the last minute to price them. So I'm gonna make sure that I price them either this weekend or next weekend or sometime during the week if I have a minute, and just make sure that I really get around to doing those things. Hey y'all, I just want to show you the mountain of plushies that I just finished pricing. It's on the floor behind me. It's just a lot of plushies, and I haven't put anything in boxes yet. The first thing that I did before I tagged them was I just condensed some of these totes behind me and the boxes behind me so that I can fit more plushies in them, because I am very quickly running out of space that isn't like cardboard boxes, and there will be definitely a limited amount of space for my first market, at least, to bring everything that I want. So I'm trying to fit as much as I can in the totes. But anyway, I finished all of these. It's probably over $1,500 worth of inventory sitting on my floor right now that I just finished pricing and tagging, and so it's just a lot. But anyway, now I'm going to go ahead and put everything in boxes. I don't know if you noticed, but I have two of the Crochet by Jenna turtles in that tote right there because I'm thinking about putting petals on them. And because I still haven't even sold one of those. I sold one as a commission before I ever offered them at markets, but I've never sold one at a market before. I think it's because they're just a little pricey. So I'm going to put some petals on those two, and I'm thinking I'm going to use like some of the bloom yarn. I think that would look nice on it to make those petals, and hopefully people will be more likely to buy them. But I noticed that I saw a reel on Instagram just yesterday, I think, and it was just like, comment down below what plushie you or what pattern you're sick of seeing, and a lot of people were saying turtles. So that probably has to do with why those aren't selling, of course. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna put all of these away, get inventory all sorted and taken care of. I'm sorry, my hair is just like a mess. I had it up in a bun earlier today, but we have grandparents coming this weekend, and so I've been like cleaning and cooking. Like I made an angel food cake, and it's just been a mess. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna put these away and then I will talk to you guys later. Hey guys, so it has been probably about a week since I did my mock setup and my inventory and all of that, and I just wanted to check in because after I did my pricing for my all those items that I had left over that didn't get tagged, I finally went ahead and priced all of them you saw in the last clip. And I finally tallied up all of my inventory to determine how much in dollar amount I would have if I sold absolutely everything that I have for sale. And that includes things that I won't necessarily put out for this market. So like any Christmas ornaments that I have, those probably won't go up at any of these markets, but I'm still going to bring them with me, as well as earrings. I haven't been having those earrings out on my table for probably a while now, just because it's such a pain to put them up on the cork board, and I got that little turnstile thing that I'm displaying keychains on now, and it's not worth to use that to display earrings, especially since they aren't super popular with my customers. So I think what I'm gonna do from now on is probably kind of slowly fizzle them out. I might discount them and put them on clearance, or I might put them in mystery boxes in the future if the mystery boxes that I have currently do well. So I have 4 different mystery boxes right now. I have a $25 one, a $20 one, $15 one, and $10 one, and each of them it varies what is inside of them and the dollar amount for them. For all 4 different mystery boxes, they are discounted significantly, and that is just to get rid of that extra product that I don't need anymore. And I also have a box of inventory upstairs that is just freebies that I'm planning ahead of time to just give away instead of pricing, and those are specifically like pattern tests that I might do or pattern reviews that I might do for my pattern review videos that I might not sell because I don't know, I just don't see a lot of value in making a bunch of them, or just niche items that I might not think will sell well. So that's why they are going to be freebies. I'm also keeping that freebies box so that I have a good area in my inventory where I can, if there's like somebody's birthday coming up or I need to think of a gift or something like that for somebody, you know, in my personal circle, in my friends and family, and it's something that comes up on me quickly and I wasn't expecting, so like a quick turnaround for a birthday that I forgot about or something like that, I can easily just grab something out of that freebies box and gift that to those people. So it's nice to have that extra bit of inventory laying around that I don't necessarily feel like I need to sell, especially since a lot of them just don't gain enough attention from my audience of customers. But anyway, I wanted to tell you guys how much inventory I currently have because it is a lot. I went ahead and I let's see, I tallied up all of my inventory, and as you can see here, I have so many pages of inventory. So we've got all of these pages right here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages of inventory, and of course it's not a full 7 pages because half of this page is the totals in each of my inventory storages, so like the boxes or the totes or whatever they're stored in, and the total inside of those boxes as well as the grand total. So obviously my grand total of inventory, if I was to sell everything in these upcoming markets, would be over $10,000, which is amazing. It's great to see that I have actually gauged that accurately, because for a couple weeks now before I've been, or a week now since I've had conversations with like friends and families about how I feel about going into these markets and if I feel prepared and things of that sort. I've finally gotten to a point where I feel pretty comfortable with all the inventory I have. I had all summer to prep everything that I have. I've had all of my pattern review videos to make new items and so forth. So I'm really excited that I got my inventory up to 10,000, and I have been quoting it accurately every single time that I've had conversations with people prior to actually tallying my inventory last night. I told 2 different people, or 2 different groups of people specifically, that I believe my inventory is above $10,000 right now, and I'm just thrilled that I was able to gauge that accurately like I was saying. And it feels so good to be thoroughly prepared for what's coming, and hopefully, I mean, best case scenario, I sell out and that would be amazing. But the biggest thing is a big chunk of that inventory. Let's see, which box is it? The bags box is about $1,000 worth of inventory. Those aren't usually big sellers. I sell maybe 1 or 2 in a season. So we will see how those do. I will definitely let you know in future videos if those do well. If not, it's not a huge deal. It's nice to be able to draw people into the booth because they see something pretty like the flower purses or the granny square bags, and I definitely think people like them a lot. But I think the way that I have my booth set up this time will draw people in to look at those bags, and if they don't like the price of those bags, they'll still keep looking because there's other things at the booth that they can look at as well. Like I have a bunch of Halloween decor I'm going to be selling, like the pumpkins and different Halloween themed plushies. As you saw in 2 pattern videos ago, I did a Halloween themed amigurumi pattern review. And so all of those will be for sale in these markets coming up. And I'm also preparing another amigurumi pattern review video, and a lot of that, it will also be Halloween themed. And also I was thinking about doing a pattern review video for non-amigurumi crochet patterns that are fall themed as well. So lots of Halloween looking stuff for people who don't particularly want like a plushie or a stuffy or anything of that sort. So I'm really excited for my markets to come up, and slightly nervous just because I haven't done it in a while. My last market was for the 4th of July, so it was in July or very late June, I can't remember. But I always get like the jitters going into my markets, making sure I have everything that I need. I think the biggest kind of nerve factor this for my first market this year in the fall is just I've been debating with my husband whether or not we bring our puppy, and the biggest reason I don't want to bring her is just because when he is occupied with the dog, it's harder for me to get help when I need something. So keeping track of purchases, helping get the customers what they need quickly, like if they want their purchase bagged, if they have any questions, things like that. It's easier to get to those things when there's 2 of us there, and it's also easier to keep each other accountable. So a lot of the times at these markets, when I'm flooded with a lot of people or I have a lot of purchases back to back, it's easy for me to get caught up in the moment and forget about what those customers bought from me. And so that's why I think it's really important that both of us are like in the moment paying attention so that we keep each other accountable in that sense. And that's why I'm kind of nervous about bringing the dog. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you leave a thumbs up, and you can subscribe if you like my content and you want to see more in the future. I put out new videos every Tuesday, and with that being said, make sure you comment down below what you're working on, if you're prepping for a market, or if you're just making things for yourself or as a hobby. Whatever you're doing, I'm always happy to hear what you guys are working on, and that kind of inspires me to make new projects in the future that you might suggest to me as well. So anyway, I hope you guys liked this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.